33,000 jobs erased in a single morning, and the company that died was still selling billions. This is the story of Toys R Us, and the killer is not the one you think. 1948. A 25-year-old named Charles Lazarus opens a baby furniture shop in Washington. Kids keep asking for toys, so he pivots. By 1957, the first true toy supermarket opens, its sign written backwards, like a child's handwriting. The idea was radical. A supermarket for toys. Aisles like canyons, every toy on Earth under one roof. It worked. By the 1990s, roughly 1 of every 4 toys in America passed through its registers. 1,600 stores worldwide. A jingle every kid could sing. A whole generation grew up inside those aisles. An empire built on childhood itself. Then, in the year 2000, it signed a deal that broke its future. The internet was arriving. Toys R Us knew it. Their own website kept crashing every single Christmas. So they turned to a young online bookseller out of Seattle, a company called Amazon. The terms: $50 million a year, plus a cut of every sale for 10 whole years. Amazon would run their online store. In exchange, Toys R Us shut down its own web operation entirely. Think about it. The biggest toy seller on Earth handed its digital future to a rival and paid for the privilege. For Amazon, the partnership was a paid masterclass in the toy business, and then Amazon quietly, deliberately, broke the deal. By 2003, rival merchants were selling toys on Amazon's platform. The exclusive deal wasn't exclusive anymore. Toys R Us sued and won. A judge set them free, and Amazon later paid $51 million. But the clock never rewinds. They had rented their future for 5 years, while rivals were building theirs. And here's the twist most people miss. That deal wounded them. The real killer arrived in 2005. 3 Wall Street firms, KKR, Bain Capital and Vornado, bought Toys R Us for $6.6 billion. The trick: they put up barely a fifth themselves. The rest was borrowed and loaded onto the company's back. Overnight, the toy seller owed more than $5 billion, debt worth 7 times what it earned in a year. The interest alone devoured up to $500 million every year before a single toy left a shelf. Amazon spent those years pouring billions into technology. Toys R Us spent them paying bankers for its own buyout. The stores began to show it: dim lights, tired shelves, empty aisles, where the magic used to live. Walmart undercut prices, Target undercut prices, Amazon undercut everything, and there was no money left to fight back. And yet the company still moved $11 billion of toys a year, 1 of every 5 sold in America. A business that worked, chained to a balance sheet that didn't. Eventually, something had to break. September 2017. Bankruptcy. The plan was survival. One great Christmas would buy them time. Christmas disappointed. Lenders lost patience. And in March 2018 came the announcement nobody wanted to read. Liquidation. More than 700 American stores. 33,000 workers. Most walked away with no severance at all. 1 week after that announcement, Charles Lazarus, the founder, died at 94. The empire and its maker gone together. The obituaries blamed Amazon, but Amazon never bought the company, never loaded the debt, never collected the fees. The buyout firms did. Through fees and interest, hundreds of millions flowed to them, while their own company sank. Toys R Us didn't lose to the future. It was leveraged, drained, and dropped by the people meant to save it. The lesson: an empire can survive competition. It cannot survive owners who profit whether it lives or dies. 33,000 jobs, one buyout. Sunk Cost tells the stories of empires that bet wrong. Subscribe for next week's collapse.